Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mrs. Smith 88. So today I have my January wax empties to share with you guys, home fragrance empties. If you guys are curious, I did get this bin at Walmart. It's a decent sized bin and it was really cheap. It was under $4. This is the Mainstays rectangular canvas bin. I've already messed mine up from putting candles in it. I got a nasty stain there. But you know what? For under $4, I don't care because I use it strictly to store my empties in to share with you guys. So let's jump in and get started so I can show you guys what I finished in the month of January. So the first item I have here, this is the Glade Spray Candy Sprinkling Joy. It is red berries, pomegranate, and sugar. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of using aerosol sprays because the scent just doesn't linger around. This is quick if you need something in a pinch. To be honest with you, I went through my dog having some diarrhea episodes, and so this came in handy as we were cleaning up his messes and so forth. So the rest is pretty much wax empties besides one wallflower bulb that I did finish up. And I think that's where my stain came from. I don't think this was completely empty. Sadly, Bath & Body Works does not print the name on the bulbs, but this one was Pumpkin Cheesecake, which came out a couple of years ago. I want to say that I got it like 2 semi-annual sales ago. This was a really strong wallflower bulb, which I was surprised because it's usually hit or miss. Sometimes you have to have 2 to a room in order to get a good throw. I remember one morning my husband was getting ready for work. He gets up at like 4:25 in the morning. He's like, it smells like cookies in the dining room. Somebody's baking cookies in the dining room. I'm like, it's not cookies. He's like, well, I don't know what it is, but it smells like cookies and that kind of stuff. And I got up later that morning. I'm like, it's the wallflower. You smell the wallflower. So those are the only non-wax items that I finished up this month. Now I will jump in and show you guys the, candles that I finished. So the first one here is a Bath & Body Works candle, and this is Bath & Body Works Mint Mocha Bark. This came out a couple of years ago. They repackaged this. They call it different things every single year when they repackage it. So it's not uncommon to find this around the winter season at Bath & Body Works. This one says, wrap this delectable medley of creamy smooth mocha, vanilla, and icy mint in a bow and give it to your nearest and dearest. So as you can tell, this was a relatively good burning candle. Now I did happen to have some Bath & Body Works candles that did not burn so well. The first being Black Cherry Merlot, and this is the, let's see what size, this is the 7-ounce candle. Frequently these go on sale for like 2 for $14 or 2 for $16. I picked up a few of these when they had them on sale, as well as a few in the Cactus Blossom scent. Black Cherry Merlot, let's see, it says that it is described as dark cherry, black raspberry Merlot with essential oils. My wick ended up getting swallowed on this. I have a habit of putting my candles on the stove, and if I'm cooking dinner, they get hot, they start melting, and they're not lit, so sometimes the wicks will get swallowed. So this was my own user error, so I happened to actually melt this down, pour it into tarts, and end up using it in tart form. The tart form had a really great throw to it. A lot of these I ended up melting down for tarts. Like these little ones, I didn't even want a chance of burning them because I just do not have good luck with these little 4-ounce ones. This one is Sweet Caramel Comforts. This is an old one. I want to say that I picked this up 75% off at the semi-annual sales as it has the Try Me logo on it. This one says, a comforting new blend of warm caramel, vanilla bean, and juicy pear puts a soothing new spin on home sweet home. I really wish that they would come back out with this fragrance. This was so good. I really enjoyed warming this in my warmer because you could even smell the pear note. The pear and the caramel complemented each other very well. The next one is Holiday Apple Crisp. This is one of my favorites. I haven't had this in a couple of 3 weeks. They haven't had this one out in a while. I really wish that Bath & Body Works would bring this one out. Used to be they would bring this one back every single year. They might have something that's pretty comparable to it. This one is a blend of baked orchard apples and buttery crumble topping mixed with a hint of cinnamon. Makes the scent decadent and delicious. So I have one more candle and then the rest are melts. Once again, I did melt this candle down as well. I did start out by burning this. You can see the nasty wicks in it. And it just had those puny wicks. This was not a user error. This was a Bath & Body Works error when it came to pumpkin gingerbread. Was not a good burner, so I melted it down, poured it into tarts, and I actually just finished using up the tarts in this fragrance yesterday. And I really, really enjoyed warming this one in the warmer versus burning it because this one was super strong. Like the longevity of the melt time was insane on this. I have a habit of usually turning my warmers on about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I have the Yankee centerpieces, so they have the timers built in, and I set mine for the longest period, which is 9 hours. So my warmers usually go off about 5 o'clock, right as my husband's rolling in the door. He usually gets to smell them for a little bit. Sometimes I'll pop them back on for 3 hours. It just really depends. But this stayed strong the whole time. I could smell this all day long. So I really, really enjoyed having the pumpkin gingerbread. So the rest are melts. And I have 3 Walmart melts here. The first one is banana pumpkin bread. Now when this came out in the fall time, I obsessed over it. Right before my mother passed away, her and I went and we hunted these down. I want to say we went to like 5 Walmarts. We bought them all out. I spent over $200 in wax like a crazy, but you know what? I don't have any regrets because I absolutely love banana nut bread scents. This does say banana pumpkin bread. I will say that the pumpkin note is kind of obsolete. It's really not there. I definitely smell more banana bread than anything. It's not a candy banana scent. It is a realistic banana. It literally smells just like when you make banana bread from scratch, if you've ever made banana bread from scratch. Then I have here Magic Spell. This is one of my bedroom melts that I enjoy melting. This is a dead-on dupe for Victoria's Secret Love Spell. A lot of people end up loving this fragrance when they come across it at Walmart. And then one is from my new spring haul. I was trying to behave, trying to use up some fall scents, but I did use this in the bedroom. And this is Sensational's Guava Peach. And oh, I love this scent. Oh, I wish you guys could smell the inside of this. This smells so good. I was surprised on the longevity of this one. Usually I change out my warmers every single day. I was able to melt Guava Peach in my bedroom warmer for 2.5 days without it losing its scent. So this was a super long lasting scent. I definitely feel like the guava is the main note. You definitely get that burst of fresh, I want to say citrusy, but I don't think guava is a citrus, but it's almost a fruit punch smell mixed with peach. Love this. This was definitely stock up worthy as soon as I get through the ones that I got from my spring haul. I will be going back to Walmart to be getting more of the guava peach. The rest of the items that I have to show you are from Swan Creek. I did finish up a pack of their Break Apart Herbal Melts. This one is in Raspberry Rosé. These are 4.75 ounces. They're kind of on the pricey side. I think they're about $6.50. And I definitely prefer buying the containers of refill wax and melting those down and turning them into tarts, or just using a knife or a spoon and just scooping them out and putting them in my warmer. So Raspberry Rosé, it does have a rose note in it. Is it like a super floral fragrance? Absolutely not. The raspberry covers it up. It is a sweet, fruity, floral fragrance. They do still have this available on the Swan Creek website, but I think they only have it in candle form in these melts. I think sadly they are out of the refill tubs. When it comes to refill tubs, this is what I'm talking about, these big 24 fluid ounce refill tubs. This one that I finished up was pistachio cream milkshake. So I melted this down and I turned it into tarts. Would I repurchase the pistachio cream milkshake? No, I wasn't crazy about this one. Does it have a milkshake note? No, it is like a nutty vanilla scent. Definitely smells exactly like pistachios, and then it has a creamy, sugary vanilla note to it. It's not bad. It's not a terrible fragrance by any means, but it just didn't excite me by any means. So this was a fragrance that really wasn't for me, but I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to see what it was all about. So I finished that up. 2 more of these tubs here. And I think I mentioned these are 24 ounces, and yeah, I like to melt these down, turn them into tarts. I like to cut them up. You get more bang for your buck. These are only $16 through Swan Creek. This one is Autumn, Ivy, and Pear. If you guys seen my most recent Swan Creek haul, you've seen that I hauled this. I had a container before I hauled it that only had about a third of the way full, so I wanted to make it a point to use it up this month since I did purchase another one. So I did use up Autumn, Ivy, and Pear. Absolutely love Autumn, Ivy, and Pear. It's a good, fresh, year-round scent. You can definitely smell that Andrew pear in it. The Ivy is very clean. Yeah, I guess that's it when it comes to Autumn, Ivy, and Pear. But I really, really like this scent. This will always be a repurchase for me as long as Swan Creek stocks it. And I think this is part of their core scent. So if you want to check that out, definitely do so. The next one is hands down, oh, this is hands down my favorite Swan Creek scent. This is honey soaked apples. This is always a repurchase for me. I have back stock of it in my cupboards. One day I will put you guys in my cupboards and let you guys see my whole wax collection of melts. But honey soaked apples, this is amazing. It smells like golden delicious apples, and I mean crisp, fresh, golden delicious apples, like literally you just sliced into an apple, and a sugary honey drizzle. Honestly, I think it smells more like caramel than honey, so almost like a caramel apple fragrance. So I love this. If you're looking for a true caramel apple fragrance, check out Swan Creek honey soaked apples. So that is all my wax and home fragrance empties for the month of January. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely stay tuned because next month I'm hoping to have just as many wax empties for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye everyone.